Hey, true believers. Chris Mack coming at you with Strange Issue 1 today. And I was reluctant to review this comic book at first, just because older issues that I've read where legacy characters have been replaced by their counterparts has not gone over so well, in my opinion. However, Jed MacKay has once again, just like with the Death of Doctor Strange miniseries, has kicked ass. So before we start, if you guys want to read the build up to what this issue is, you can pause it, read it at your convenience. And the people that are responsible for this book is Jed MacKay writing, Marcelo Ferreira doing the penciling, Don Ho with Robert Dogai doing the inks, Haba Targalia with Felipe Sobrero doing the colors, and VC's Corey Petit doing the lettering. Here's everyone else working on the book, and then Stephen Strange was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. And I like the way this book opens. At first, you think that Klee is kind of being, stubborn and a bit of a winch, because she goes, I'm the Sorcerer Supreme of this world, and one far more brutal. Who are you to tell me what I cannot do? And it opens up this, because this is the kind of the meat and potatoes of where the arc's going to kick off. It's sort of a mystery in a sense, but Klee is going off against a man, or man we're not sure, it's just called I'm the Harvestman. And he is stopping Klee doing what her heart desires. And one thing that I've learned about her, and I think the one reason why I like her, is because she is Warlord born. It's in her blood to not be told no and to do what she wants. But she has a heart. She loved Stephen with everything that she was. And spoiler alerts if you haven't read The Death of Doctor Strange, but when he passed, he gave her the title of Sorcerer Supreme, the Cloak of Levitation, and the Eye of Amagato. So now she lives in the Sanctum Sanctorum. And I like the way this opens up. She's kind of tired. The door's knocking, and we get a moment with Victor Von Doom. And what happens is he's saying that now that Stephen's dead, I'm here for his effects so that I can take the title of Sorcerer Supreme. And I just like how she just very calmly says, no. And Doom is saying it's rightfully mine according to the rules. Because that's not how it works. Strange cannot simply give the title to his woman. And yet, here I am. And there's a bit of an altercation, and he goes, I will not be spoken to in such a way. And again, Warlord. And I will not be spoken to as such in my place of power. Now again, going back to what I meant by legacy characters passing on and counterparts taking up their mantles, Klee, for me, is the logical choice because A, she's his wife. They love each other, but fate just kind of kept them apart. B, she's been part of the Stephen Strange mythos for as far back as I could research it when I was eventually set up for the review for the Doctor Strange action figure. She's always been there in one shape or another. So seeing her take over for the man she loves, hell yeah. And then it's kind of heartfelt because Wong is just broken. Because even though he was sort of the manservant, him and Stephen were friends. And he hurts. And so does she. And so they kind of try to confine in each other. And she kind of says she's on a mission to do something that seems kind of sketchy, to say the least. But I do like the way that they poke fun at the way how characters die and revive throughout the Marvel and DC, like the superheroes, essentially. I like the way they poke fun at it in the book. It's very meta, and it works within the dialogue. And again, kind of going back to what I mean by her being a warlord, this is what she goes. I am of the fault line, of the faultine, Wong. I'm not human, and I've never been. My mother is the warlord Umar. My uncle, the dread Dormammu. I have warlord blood in my veins. I want what is mine, Wong, and Stephen Strange is mine. I will suffer no one, not even death, to take one who belongs to me. And you kind of get a little bit of chills to just kind of see how she's not going to take from anybody. But before they can continue, they go into this mystical place, and it reminds me very much of Hellboy 2, where, if you're in the know of the magical world, how you can see a different realm. and it goes under attack by this blasphemy cartel. The action is spectacular, and you go to see how Klee is a sort of a 180 of her husband, because she goes, I will not countenance this. And immediately she begins taking out the cartel. And look at Wong, he goes, by the Vishanti. Because he's used to how Stephen is, because he's from this world. She's not. You know, she's now the Sorcerer Supreme of both Earth and the Dark Dimension. And oh my God, the artwork, guys. I mean, look at this. The way that she uses the Sorcerer Supreme power. She goes, my people were binding demons to our souls while your people were clicking rocks together in caves. So when she actually goes full on Sorcerer Supreme, she is scary. Now, what I like is as the book ends, it ends where it begins. Essentially, the opening pages close with that. So we kind of get this in between of what's going to be going on with this blasphemy cartel, which I think is going to be kind of the main arc. And then we don't know who this harvestman is. And I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm actually going to get issues 2 and 3 because I'm invested. This is freaking awesome. Now, one thing I do want to go back to in terms of heartfelt moments, she goes, the Faltine are renowned through the many worlds for their, I'm not going to try to pronounce that word. And she goes, for their thirst of conquest. We are a people ruled by our desires. And I am no different. This people of this world believe that grief should be processed, that loss should be accepted. I am incapable of that. The same instinct that drives my mother to conquest, that compels my uncle to subjugate lives, lives in me. I refuse to be thwarted in the pursuit of my desires, in the pursuit of love. My love for a brilliant, beautiful, flawed man. A man who I know loves me, even in death. Whew. So even though Stephen Strange is not in this book, you can see the admiration and the love that Klee has for the man that she wanted to spend the rest of her life with, even though fate kept them apart for so long. And I think that's what really drives the book, is because Klee can stand out on her own, but even though she was Warlord born, her love and respect for Stephen is kind of what keeps her relatively grounded. And I'm excited to see more of what happens. I'm a little disappointed in the cover. I get it. Carnage Forever. Ooh, another Venom Carnage variant. Give me a break. They should have just done what the... I wish I could have got the regular cover, because the ones that they did for the Death of Doctor Strange, those were gorgeous. And I would have loved to seen that stay. But this variant... Oh, yay, another Spider-Man cover. Whatever. Anyway, at least it's beautiful and it's not like flat or boring. I just wish it made more sense to the story therein. So guys, I highly recommend this. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop and grab a copy. If you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate it if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that fancy little Amagatu bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with you all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below, or our social media pages, which I will make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.